넷플릭스, 빌보드 차트에 이어 할로윈 코스튬 랭킹까지 1위를 차지한 K-팝 데몬헌터스. 식지 않는 열기에 힘입어 미국에서는 이번 할로윈 주말 극장에서 싱얼롱 스크리닝까지 재개봉하죠. 이번 할로윈에 직접 만든 루미 코스튬을 입는 것은 물론이고 코스튬을 입고 극장에도 갈 거라는 미국인 켄달 씨와 이야기를 나눠봤습니다.
I think my favorite thing about the movie was the characters. The reason I watched the movie was because I really like animated movies, and this one looked unique. So when I saw the trailer, I thought the animation was really crazy. It was really fun. The characters were really expressive. It kind of reminded me of like Into the Spider-Verse, those movies. It was just very different. And so that was the reason I watched it. But after I watched it, what I actually liked most was how almost every character in the movie is really complex. So they're not just very straightforward. They have these emotions, these things they're trying to hide, something about themselves that maybe they don't feel comfortable expressing. And that was really satisfying to watch them grow throughout the movie and really surprising to be that emotional in what you think is going to be a kids movie or maybe just a movie about music. So that's one reason I really love the movie. It's a good question. I did bring one little friend with me. I am a Stray Kids fan, so I do have my Bokari with me. I would say I like some Korean music, and I have seen a few Korean dramas. I think it's cool that Netflix has so many on there for people to discover. So I have watched some, and I like them a lot. So when I saw that it was titled K-pop Demon Hunters, that intrigued me. I thought, oh, maybe this will have some K-pop music in it. But then when I watched the trailer, I think it was a combination of that curiosity and the animation. A good question. I There were a couple of things that felt like Easter eggs, I guess you would say, to like you could tell that the movie was made by people who like K-pop music. Because there were these moments that were kind of like a trope or like the moment where Rumi meets Jinu and it's all in slow motion and that song plays. It's like a very cliche moment from a K-drama. So if you know K-dramas, you're like, oh my gosh, and it was kind of the same way when Soda Pop played and the boys first come out. It felt very much like watching a BTS music video. Like you could tell they were trying to make the audience try to make it feel familiar to the audience. So I do think being a fan of Korean culture would make the movie more fun and that you would recognize. I found myself wondering if there were things I was missing because I didn't know the reference, like if I knew more about Korea. Yeah, I do know a few people who actually like the movie who didn't listen to any K-pop or really know much about Korea before. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't know for sure, but I do think that the music had a lot to do with it. There are other movies that have gone kind of viral in the US because of surprisingly good music, especially if it's in something that's like an animated movie or like a kids movie, and then it has music. So I think the music being catchy, it was just so well produced and so well made. They felt like songs you could just listen to over and over again. I think that had a lot to do with it. But as I mentioned before, I also think the relatable characters had a lot to do with it. People kept thinking about Rumi and thinking about Jinu after they watched the movie. It kind of sticks with you. And I think that's another reason that people like it, even if they don't know anything about Korea. You could still watch these characters and be happy to follow their story. I think maybe I can think of two things. One, people like to wear a Halloween costume that's recognizable. So because K-pop Demon Hunters is so popular, I think people know if they dress up like that, everyone's going to know who they are and be excited about the characters. So there's this, you want to be relatable to people. So I bet that's one reason it's popular. And another is probably that, like, especially with younger girls, I think that the way the Huntrix are the like really strong female characters is really fun for kids. So I think a lot of kids would want to be Rumi and be, Zoe, be the main characters just because they want to feel like they can go out and fight demons for the night. It's almost like another popular costume is always like superheroes. So I think the Huntrix can be superheroes for a lot of people in that same way. I think I just really hope that Korea and everyone in Korea can be really like proud and inspired by the way that everyone loves K-pop Demon Hunters and loves K-pop music. I hope that it makes all of the creative people in Korea want to keep making more. Get really motivated by it, and I hope that all of the international fans can be really loud and make sure that Korea hears how much we love, what they're doing. And because I would love to see more movies, more music, all of the things that Korea puts so much like soul and personality into to just keep coming out for all of us to enjoy.
Are you waiting for the K-pop Demon Hunters 2, the sequel?
Yes. And I hope we will see Jinu again.
I see. Jinu is your favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kendall.
Yeah, this is my first time doing this, and I really appreciate the opportunity. It was a lot of fun talking to you.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.